Welcome.
Mr. President, and you have
President, Chief of Staff to the President, this afternoon, Mr. Liam Molo. President is led here by your minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Able to make with silver.
And also our partner, of course, here,
their partner, the GMD of NMPC. Today you have an audience, Liam Malo.
His Excellency, a few things before my remarks. I would like to just congratulate you on celebrating Independence Day last week. I would also like to congratulate you on your handling of a very difficult pandemic, very effectively in Nigeria. And I want to thank you personally for us managing through the pandemic and running a big operation, maybe the biggest you have offshore in Nigeria. We did that uninterrupted for almost 2 years now. When you consider the logistics of moving people to offshore facilities, of running big operations. So I want to personally express my appreciation to everything that your government did to make that possible. And during all that period, nobody died from the disease, and actually only a handful of people actually got sick. So our people made enormous sacrifices to make that happen, but without your support, His Excellency and his team, we know that wouldn't have been possible. The third thing I would sincerely like to congratulate His Excellency on, and His Excellency, I lived in Nigeria for 4 years back in 1998 to 2002. I visited Abuja many times back in those days, and I've been back in Nigeria dozens of times since then. But back in the early 2000s, you will recall we started work on the Petroleum Industry Bill. And His Excellency, under your leadership, you brought that to closure. So I want to congratulate all of you for bringing 20 years or so of work and great collaboration with industry and the communities to conclude a very successful bill. So His Excellency, I personally know how much effort went into that and how much effort and leadership you put into doing it, and your team. And I just want to congratulate all of you. I think it will make quite a difference to investment in Nigeria, and I think was viewed as a positive by the investment community and by your partners. So, Excellency, I think there's many positive things that we have to be thankful for, and I want you to know that as Exxon Mobil operating in over 30 countries throughout the world, we're very proud of your leadership. We're very proud of our 60 years plus here, and for everything that we've done together as partners over these years and what you continue to do today. So that's what I want to be very clear about. The Honourable Minister mentioned that so things that I wanted to update you on in terms of Exxon Mobil's, if you like, thinking. A few things, and maybe to say up front, you know, we have a significant business here in really two parts of the upstream. We have a very big presence in the deep water, and you all know that's a very important component of the oil and gas business in Nigeria. I would say we're a leader in deep water developments throughout the world, and I can assure you that we are strongly committed to deep water, and nothing that we're going to talk about today in any way signals anything different than that. We are strongly committed to helping you grow your deep water operations, and we will be present in the deep water business and continue to bring our capabilities and our strengths to that very important and highly complex piece of your business, of course, in partnership with GMD and his team. So I want you to feel assured that our commitment remains as strong as ever to help you grow, and I think the PIA will enable some progress on a very important piece of your growth trajectory. The other piece of our business that we will continue to remain committed to is gas, and either gas from our deep water fields or gas that exists today. We understand the role that gas could play in the energy transition for Nigeria. We understand the critical role that gas plays for you in power and fertilizers and other areas. So we will continue to support you in any way we can as you think about the future of your gas business and bringing our knowledge and capability to that. The area, His Excellency, that I wanted to at least discuss with your team and yourself a little bit is in the shallow water, what we call the joint venture, where we're a 40% partner with GMD and his team, who are a 60% partner. That's been run GMD for 50 years in that partnership. There's a slight difference in some of the NGL piece, but generally that relationship has been in place for a long time, and it's very mature. Those fields have declined quite a bit from their peak, and they're now quite mature, but have a lot of potential remaining for further development. And Excellency, our company, viewing the energy transition, the changes that are occurring, viewing the quality of the PIA and our ability to bring our strengths, think that it's time for us to consider alternative, and we are exploring alternative potential partners that might be interested in potentially taking our share of the joint venture shallow acreage. We're in an exploration of opportunity phase. It's very important, as the Honourable Minister said, and GMD has advised us continuously, that as we think about this and progress it, we bring you along in a very transparent way. And I can assure you that to the extent that an opportunity presents itself where we might divest our interest in only the JV, the shallow water JV, two things would be top of our minds. Number one, whoever the buyer might be would have to be a capable operator that could enable your growth vision, which clearly is compelling, to be executed successfully and safely. That would be number one, and we would not contemplate such a transaction, nor would you likely support it unless that condition was met. The second condition, of course, is that reputationally, financially, and otherwise, again, to the extent that we found an interested party, it would have to be a party that could actually make your growth mission happen and had the financial wherewithal to do that. And most importantly, perhaps, was a partner that NNPC and, of course, government were comfortable with and felt could execute your vision in the way you've laid out in the Nigeria strategy and in the PIA. So, Excellency, the primary reason for this discussion is I wanted to do this face to face. I respect deeply, from both personal experience and from the many years of my personal involvement, everything that we've achieved together. And I wanted you to know that we are exploring that opportunity. I did not want you to hear it speculated in the press or rumored through the rumor mill. And I also wanted to assure you that to the extent those opportunities mature, that we will be very transparent. We will bring you along. And ultimately, of course, we will need your support, which is the most important thing, as we progress this. And I will personally stay involved to ensure that we're giving you that in any way that you feel is appropriate. His Excellency, that basically concludes, my remarks. Most importantly, I want to thank you for giving me the audience, giving our team the audience. We know how much of your time is committed. We're hugely honored to be here, and it's a huge honor for me personally to have had this opportunity to talk to you directly.
Chief of Staff, Honorable Minister of State Petroleum Resources, gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome you, Mr. Lane Malone, and your team to Nigeria, which is home to Exxon Mobil for over half a century. We acknowledge the enormous investments your company deployed into our country and the consequential values created by your activities in partnership with the NNPC. I note your desire to exit the joint venture assets arising from response to critical business decisions and hope that the exit will not jeopardize overall performance of the assets or affect our vital national interest. Our preference would have been for the Exxon Mobil to remain in the joint venture with the NNPC on the shallow water assets. We thank you very much for the reassuring words on your continued presence in Nigeria with the promise of expanding your investments in the deep water. This will no doubt be further facilitated by the provision of the Petroleum Industry Act, which is designed to provide a competitive fiscal framework and a world-class regulatory framework that is at par with our global peers. I will expect the Exxon Mobil companies in Nigeria to avail themselves of the opportunities created by the Petroleum Industry Act and invest in further development of the Nigerian assets in line with our national interest. It is our expectations that your company will also support our desire to deepen gas utilization and monetization aimed at reducing our carbon footprint and facilitating economic growth and development of our country. We look forward to Exxon Mobil engaging in deeper collaboration and partnership with new NNPC and other Nigerian institutions to ensure optimal exploitation of the abundant oil and gas resources in Nigeria, while also aligning the processes with the global drive towards carbon neutrality. I thank you very much for your visit and for the expression of confidence in us. Thank you very much indeed.
This is
Okay, Honorable Minister. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Excellency.